Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Farming Simulator 25. We are on the Alps map, and it looks like a rainy morning here in July. I did change the herbs that are being grown here in the garden. Let's actually look at that really quick so you can see. I noticed that I was low on the chamomilla and the verbena, so that's the only thing that's going to be growing out of the garden to help with the greenhouses. Let's see if there is a contract that we could do. Alright, so there's no bale wrapping. There is some mowing that's available, but the little mower that I have is just pathetic. Too small. It would be fine around my farm on my little John Deere tractor here, but to actually run some contracts with it, pretty darn hard. We'll see if anything else pops up besides the mowing. I was hoping for a couple bale wrapping. I'm assuming if there's mowing contracts, there will be bale wrapping ones. Alright, let's see. We're going to go ahead and open up the construction menu. And we're going to build a couple of greenhouses that we need for our tea. Basically made $60,000 from selling all the tea in the previous month, so we're going to use that to build up our tea production. So these two greenhouses here are going to help us do that. So hopefully next June we have a lot more tea to sell. Ideally, I would like most of the profit that we make to come from tea, so that way we can pay off all that debt. I know I have to run a lot of contracts in order to actually make any money so we can keep afloat or even progress quickly, but I would like to shift to where the tea is the primary source of income. Alright, let's take one more quick peek at the contracts. We'll open up the app and see if anything else has popped up. Fertilizing has. That is fantastic. I might lease a mower. I need something that I can have a worker do for us. And the bale wrapper is something I have to do myself. And since a worker won't use our little John Deere Gator, I have to do the fertilizing myself as well. So if there's going to be, somewhat consistent mowing jobs, then I would love to be able to rent. Well, let's take a look and see what our options are. Let's see, mowing equipment, something cheap and decent size would be awesome. Well, that's 35 and another 13. Oh, never mind. Our tractor doesn't have a 3-point attachment on the front. This would be 8.3 meters. There's just going to be a strip in between, so I don't know how well that would work. 6.3, and that gets dragged behind. Ooh, 7.3. I do have the horsepower to run it. Let's see, is this an attachment that goes on the back of a tractor? Oh, it does. That would probably be our best bet. Alright, so what I'll do is, I guess I'll focus on moving these pallets first, get them all to the dryer, get them all being dried so we can turn them into tea. And then after that's done, I might have to run our rented tractor over to the store and lease a mower for us. Alright, obviously this is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music, and we'll focus on getting this done as quickly as we can.
Tighter, this dynamic says it all. You're the curator and I'm your animal. Feel like I'm sinking underwater. Feel like I'm going over the fall. faster and faster. My heart is bursting through the wall, and just for once I wish we'd
Went ahead and
stop.
moved all the pallets that were produced overnight. Let's hop into this tractor here. And first things first, let's see if there is a bale contract. There is not, unfortunately. Well, we still have the fertilizing and the mowing to do, and that's it at the moment. Alright, let's drive this over to the store. I'm gonna go ahead and return the bale wrapper. I was hoping to get one more job done with it, just so it could have covered the cost of the overnight fees, but I guess that was not meant to happen. We'll have to think about leasing a large tanker so that we can fill up the greenhouses, the trees, the bushes, all the water reservoirs really quickly. It seems like it takes a while for it to kind of run out of water or use up what's in there. So that's great because once I fill it up, it'll last us for a while and I won't have to hold on to the tanker and continue paying the overnight leasing fees. Looks like it's stopped raining. I wonder if it stopped raining for the entire day. We'll see. We'll wait till we get over here to the store and then we'll take a look. All right. First things first, let's check out. Oh my goodness. I really would like to buy that tractor, but that is everything we have right now. Okay, it should be in the sale for a little bit, at least all day today, maybe next month as well. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. First thing, let's lease a water tanker really quick. That's 6,000 liters at 17. That's 18,000 liters. We'll just lease this one. All right, there goes 1,500. But this should allow me to, well, basically fill up everything I have on my yard within a couple trips, I think. It'll make the job much faster. Afterwards, we're gonna come back, return this, and then grab a mower, and we'll start cranking out as many contracting jobs as we can to see how much money we can make today. If I can get away with purchasing that tractor today and still have enough money to cover the loan payment, then that is what we'll do. All right, since this is gonna take a while, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some music, focus on getting it all cranked out.
Of things we miss. Elysian fields could be right under our noses, and rapture at our fingertips. These confessions of dejection and despair, when some great rapture is lingering in the air, I feel like jumping in your blanket. I feel like climbing in your cave. Your flesh attracts me like a magnet. Your cunning traps me like a cage. And just for once I wish we'd stop and smell the roses, instead of dreaming of things we miss. Elysian fields could be right under our noses, and rapture at our fingertips. just for once I wish we'd stop and smell the roses, instead of dreaming of things we miss. Elysian fields could be right under our noses, and rapture at our fingertips.
Went ahead and leased the mower, drove down over here, and we have a worker working on that. And what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to order a ride and get dropped off at the farm and grab our gator. Excellent, just got dropped off. Fortunately, I was pretty close, so that was a quick drive. Let's hop into that gator and see if we can make some money with fertilizer. Ooh, we're running out of fertilizer a little bit. That's not what I wanted to see at the moment. Take a quick look and see what's available to us. I saw that hoeing contract too, and I was like, man, we returned the hoe already. This is right over there next to our other contract. Excellent. Hopefully I have enough fertilizer on me. Let's head over there really quick and find out. I'm hoping a couple more fertilizer jobs here. I'm not really sure. It's always kind of tough because you're never really certain when people are planting what crops and when they're going to harvest or not. But this is planting season for a couple things, so I'm hoping that a couple fields are planted. I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music and focus on getting this done as quickly as we can. Cross your fingers, and hopefully we don't have to refill our fertilizer to get the job done. Went ahead and just finished this contract here. Let's open up the app and turn it in and get paid. That's an extra $5,500. Sadly, we ran out of fertilizer halfway through that, or almost halfway through, and I needed to go purchase some more. Looks like our worker is driving down to field 25 to go mow it. So that will be an additional almost $6,500. Nice. I would love to be able to do another contract right now, but I just really don't see anything. I also realized I've kind of been flying by these supply and transport contracts because there's obviously, I don't have any farmland. I'm not harvesting anything, but I really should be checking this out in case someone is ordering. hold on. For example, like this. They want 87,000 liters of linden, and they're only going to pay me 1,555. Yeah, I don't think so. So maybe I shouldn't keep my eye on that. I thought, hey, you know what? This might be an opportunity for me to, make a little bit of extra money selling some of my tea products in bulk, if I happen to have enough. But apparently, they want a ridiculous amount, which I will probably never have. 80,000 or 87,000 liters of one herb. And all of that for $1,555? I'd rather turn it into tea and make more money that way. While I was fertilizing and I had the GPS locked onto a specific line, I was opening up the app and kind of redistributing how our greenhouses are going to work. I have 3 of the greenhouses producing 2 herbs each, so hopefully they'll be able to produce some more, kind of start really stockpiling them. And I have the 4th one producing some more of that chamomilla and verdana, which we were running out of in order to continue producing tea. Alright, I am back at our farm. Actually, let's go ahead and park this all the way under here. Let's double check to see if they've given us another fertilizing contract. They have not. Again, the only thing I can do is hoeing. So I guess what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and park this here, order another ride over to that grass field and take over from the workers, so that way I don't have to pay the worker. If we don't have 2 jobs to be able to do simultaneously, it makes no sense for me to, pay someone to do it while I sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to your I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even learning? Do you even
Went ahead and just finished the contract. Let's go ahead and turn that in. And hopefully there's one more that will pop up. Looks like the answer is no. Alright, well, we still have a little bit of time left. So let's head over to our farm and we'll drop off this mower because it's relatively inexpensive for renting it overnight. I think it's $500 for renting, then the hourly use when I actually use it. And I might rent that hoe again because we are entering into a planting season again, so it should be good for a few more contracts in the following couple months. And if I knock out that hoeing job really quickly, that should give me enough money to purchase the new tractor and still have enough money to pay for the loan and any overhead we have over moving into the next month. I was hoping there was going to be at least a couple more fertilizing contracts, but unfortunately there were not. Even one more decent mowing contract would have been fine, since I already have the mower. But it looks like not today. so we'll drop this off right here for now. Oh, looks like I have to unfold it. Well, if I have to unfold it, I might as well drop it off out of the way a little bit. Alright. One more desperation look. Nope, no mowing, no fertilizing. We might have enough money to kind of cover the purchase of the new tractor and all of our bills for this month. Now, but it's just so risky. It's borderline and I don't want to risk it. I also don't want to risk the chance that the tractor disappears out of the store, because that's a pretty powerful tractor at a relatively low price. It's a shame that it wasn't on sale for a bigger discount, but beggars can't be choosers. And I think that might actually be the first tractor that's popped in on the sale. Possibly. Alright, let's open up the store app and lease a hoe. I think I flew just by it. I was right next to it. So this is gonna, see, I should have held on to this. It was only $360 per day. And I gotta pay $720 just to lease it. So in the 2 months that I returned it, I would have paid the same thing. Well, I guess it's no loss, but... Alright, let's pick up that contract really quick. Field 19. We'll grab that. Let's take a quick look at the map and see exactly where 19 is. It's right there across the way from the roundabout. Alright, I will turn on some music. I'm going to focus on cranking this out as quickly as we can. Hopefully before it gets too dark and the store closes for the day.
You know the fortune favors the brave. So close, just get away. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to you. I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even do you even I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to you. I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even do you even
Went and finished the contract, turned it in, got paid. We are going to head to the store really quick because I think we have enough money to purchase that new tractor. There's no more other contracts we could do, so even if I wanted to do another one and kind of get a bigger buffer zone so I feel more comfortable, unfortunately it's not available to us. Let's go ahead and hop into there and return this tractor. Well, before we return the tractor, let's purchase the new one just to make sure we can afford everything. Alright, we're going to go to the sales tab on the app. Let's look at this new Holland. It is set for 281 horsepower, which is pretty big for us. Wow, it can go all the way up to 359, but that's an additional 20,000. We do not have that at the moment. Everything's going to be fine. You know what? We're so tight on money, no beacons either. Okay. Let's buy it. Aw, dude, did they seriously charge me for another lease for this? So lame. Okay, let's return the white tractor. And let's hop into our brand new tractor that we own. Wow, alright, no more leasing fees for that tractor. We do have 2 implements with the hoe and the mower, but we still have a little bit of leasing to pay every day for, you know, just kind of keeping it on the farm. But by far the most expensive item was the tractor, both in overnight and in hourly fees. So this will save us quite a bit of money. And as we save up a little bit more cash, we'll upgrade this tractor to its strongest or, you know, biggest horsepower. That will allow us to lease some much bigger and stronger implements so we can get jobs done faster. Maybe take some bigger ones, which I normally wouldn't take because we couldn't do them before. Alright, we are broke again, but we've expanded the farm and its capabilities by quite a bit. Alright everybody, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.